Alright, in this video we'll get some retro vibe of Emacs related stuff. Um, so I'm picking one of the arcane and esoteric functionality or software comes along with Emacs. Emacs born in different era with a different people it an absolutely different mindset, and their application reflects that age. Okay, so in this video I'm going to pick about uh, a application interface called Gnus, which is nothing but a mail and newsreader. It has got a very arcane and esoteric look and functionality. So if you do not get it, don't blame me. But because my taking on it is pretty shady too, because I hardly use it. I'm just bringing it up for your reference in this video, just to make you just to give you a kind of retro feel about it. Okay, so without further ado, let me get into my Emacs and let me launch the stuff. Genius. So um, I will share the, or you probably look into my .emacs file to find out the setting about the Genius, what I have, and I'll give you the link where you can read through and understand about it more in a specific place. But having said that, it is, at least for ordinary mortal like us, it is not an easy interface to get on. So this is the first thing you notice. It's just a group. As I said, it is a um, it is a, what I say, it is a newsreader as well as mail client. Okay, so basically you can subscribe to different mail. You can uh, uh, reply mail, you can get your mail, you can read your mail, and is its design signifies it's been born in many decades ago. So, and it still persists. It is one of those software in Emacs where very few people generally use day-to-day basis. If you are not a real old timer, to be very precise, if you are not the person who started using Emacs in the 80s, chances are, even in the early 90s to be very precise, chances are very low that you are using this interface for your daily day-to-day life. Whoever is showing it to you like this, I'm doing it to you for the sake of different reason, but they're certainly not use it for their day-to-day life, whatever the claim is, because there is much better alternatives out there. Okay, to get on with it anyway. So as you can see, this page is called the topic page. Okay, where I have enlisted in few news server, and I have categorized it to different section, you can see. And if I press enter to any of them, it will expand like this, and the numbers you are seeing, these are the unread stuff I have in this particular mailing list. Okay, so if I if I press enter, it will prompt me how many I wanted to see. So there is a small one in XFS, right? If I press enter, see, it comes like this. So it is a mailing list subscription related stuff where you can get stuff. If I press enter in any one of them, it will show you like the content of that mailing list like this. You find the similarity with the other software I have shown you in my previous video? It is there. It's quite similar, but this software is designed in way back and different set of mindset. Okay, so to toggle between that, you need to go there and press enter to get on. If you press space, if it will simply toggle it, right? You go to any of them, and if you press the space bar, it will expand, and if you press it again, it will collapse. These are all mailing list news server stuff. This is called what I say. This is called in Gnus term articles. Okay, from the newsreader. So you can see the lingo. The lingo is quite right for the time it was born, and probably still right. But people these days use different lingo. So if I expand on it, look at the bottom of the screen. It has got 3145, but it is asking me how many I wanted to see at once. If I say 100 out of it will enlist this. This is the interface. See, it's not very pleasing, right? But having said that to you twice, that it was born in a different era with the people with a different mindset, and Emacs certainly has the capability of doing a lot of stuff without going out of it. Okay, so there is a common saying though, the Emacs could be a good operating system lacking a decent editor, and which is quite true, I believe. It's a departmental store. It houses so many things, modern as well as and the retro stuff like this. Okay, so this is the interface you get if you get into the mailing list stuff. It's an I'm saying again, Gnus is a newsreader as well as mail client. You can send mail, you can receive mail, you can post to a newsletter, you can view it, you can do a lot. It's so powerful and it is so big, and importantly, it is so esoteric. So you have to spend so much of time to get over it. But those who have done so and accustomed with that, this is the kind of go to stuff. And I'm repeating again, in modern era, people who start adapting Emacs using this hardly look into this. If I press Q, I'll go back to the previous one. Okay, so I have enlisted few stuff of my interest where these are all many. This is a mail section because while building, if I can show you from my Emacs file or you can float into my .emacs file in GitHub to look into the specific Gnus Limited configuration. It's pretty simple. The mail section is basically calling up my mail with NNIP, IMAP, NNIMAP. Okay, so I'm not going to expand it because it has got some personal information in the mail, but you can understand it is just like the other stuff you need to get on it. Basically pull up the stuff. It used to use with the pop server. If you are old enough and to know what is pop is, but you can use IMAP server too. That's what I did with the mail configuration. Okay, so you can create different topic according to your, the topic can be reached to by pressing capital T. Okay, so if I do here in capital T, you see, look at the bottom of the screen, these are the topic related stuff. Every key signifies different. You can create a new topic, you can move, you can copy, you can delete, you can do a lot of stuff. You can see, right, this menu comes out of context sensitive menu of which key. uh, so it is very helpful. It's not possible to remember all the keys, right, when you infrequently use something. So it is a very good thing to have, to know about this particular interface, so you don't have to scratch enough in a head. So so this is the topic stuff look like. You need to create a topic, and the indentation comes if you place your cursor, and if you press capital T and N, it will create a new topic, right? So let me build something for you. If I press capital T and press N, look at the bottom of the screen, it says new topic. If I give it a name, operating system. Okay, see, it comes under this parent topic. Okay, so if you want to build something, it's a tree like structure. If you do uh, come here, and if you do capital T and N to create it, the topic will come under this, rather than this is the parent topic, right? So all these topics are under this one. Okay, so you can see there are no under, because I haven't subscribed it yet to any of the I'll show you how you can subscribe, right, in a just a moment. Let me, this is the uh, important interface of Gnus. This is the topic interface, where you segregate your stuff according to that. As you can see, I'm just showing you some rudimentary demonstration what I have built for this demonstration. So like this, you can segregate your stuff as well as your mail. To move where, from when you start Gnus, it will open all the stuff you have. From there you can jump to this place by just pressing T. That means when you open Gnus, to jump to this topic interface, you just have to press T. That's all, to bring you to this interface. Okay, now I have explained it how you can expand it. You just put your cursor on a particular stuff and press the space bar, it will expand. See, these are the topic. On this particular topic I have subscribed to, right, like other group. All, it will not show up here by default. You have to make it show up here, because it will be show up in the main interface. From there you need to move this topic here on a under particular designated topic area. Okay, and you can easily see, as I shown to you, that it will, if you press any one of them, and it will ask you how many you wanted to see on, and depending on your selection it will enlist you. Let me try it again. If I press enter on it, look at the bottom of the screen, it says 773. I don't want to see that much. I just press 100 and press enter. Look at the bottom, it is fetching the news from the news server, and it is presented like this. I don't know how beautiful it will be on a graphical interface of Emacs. I am running Emacs on terminal, and it's showing like this. it is not so very intuitive if you come from a different background or used to some other stuff. uh, you have to have the knack or inclination to read through the textual interface in a more vigilant way. Then only this interface become much more useful to you. So this is shown like this. Okay, so pressing Q will take you back and go to the topic, press space, collapse it. Hitting the space key will expand it and collapse it. It's a toggling. Okay, so now you see the main topic page of Gnus. um, you can start writing mail by just hitting M. It will put you in a buffer where you can send mail. Okay, it's a mail client too. Okay, now control Q will take you out. For my case, your case would be different, but you can certainly go out of that buffer by exit mechanism. Now, how all this come? You need to go to or subscribe to a certain news channel. Okay, so in old time they used to call news channel, uh, news list, whatever you say, and you need to subscribe. Like in modern day, you subscribe to a mailing list like this. You need to subscribe to those particular mailing list to get the information out of it, right? In Gnus, you can enlist the server. First, you need to go to the group by hitting uh, Shift 6 or the caret symbol. Here is the server list. You can see I have few enlisted, including my Gmail, and these two servers I have inducted in my Gnus configuration, which you can see if you go through my .emacs file. So it will connect to this server. If I press enter, look at the bottom of the file. It's reading that particular news server to fetch all the information. It might take a little time to bring out all the information. uh, it the news server has, there will be quite so many. Okay, so and I'll show you how you can subscribe to a particular. See, this is how it is look like, the news server. This is a specific news server. Other news server, the pattern will be like this, but coming from a different news server. This is come from a specific news server I have inducted in my configuration. Okay, so you can search it like if I do Control S and search for operating system. Okay, um, and if I search more refined way of, okay, and if I like normal search you can do like OS. Okay, so if you do, you can go to different OS related stuff until you find the right one. Okay, so this is how. Now if I do Linux, okay, so it will bring up a different relaxed topic. Okay, now how do you subscribe to? Let me show you that. Okay, let me operating. say for instance, I don't know, I'm just taking a random hit to subscribe. You see all the uh, mailing list has got a K besides it. So all you have to do, just press U. See, the K is gone beside it, right? That means you are subscribed to it. Okay, look at the bottom of the screen. It says subscribe news group. Okay, so if you press the letter U, you will get subscribed, and next time you launch news, the stuff from that particular news channel will show up in a news um, main interface. Okay, so I have subscribed to one channel. Okay, and to restore news to take effect to fetch the stuff from there, all you have to do, capital R. Okay, if I start it, say it started to fetching information for all the news group. Look at the bottom of the screen, it is starting to fetching. It treat my mail also um, what I say, uh, my mail also as a news channel, news group. So it enlists them like that. Okay, now if I start news, there is a cow in an ASCII code. It says it saves a file on your disk with all this stuff to, that is newsreader.eld file. It will read through, and look at the bottom, it is opening the NNTP server news.specific server it is I'm subscribed to or configured with my Gnus. So it is fetching news from that particular news server. Look at the bottom of the screen, so it is fetching my mail too. As I said, it treats my mail as, see, this is the main interface when you start, and now you can see it fetch different stuff where I'm subscribed to from different news, different mailing list, right? I'm trying to find out. I'm trying to find out if something new has come from the stuff I have subscribed to. I mean, the recent one I subscribed, that operating system one. If it is there, I'll show you how you can move those topic to a designated topic I have created. I've shown you how I created a topic called operating system, right, in the beginning of this video. So if it is enlist anything here, I'll show you how can move that particular stuff into those particular, under those particular topic. Um, so nothing has show up from that. Say for instance, if you wanted to move something from here to that particular, this is the main interface, right? So it is showing everything in one place. Okay, so all you have to, so basically if you select anything like say for instance if I do T, and if I want to move something I have to press M, and say for instance if I want to move something to compilers all, there is a topic for me, and look at the bottom, it is asking me what for the regex. If I write llvm, okay, whatever is showing in the enlisting with llvm, so it will move into that compiler all topic. Okay, so it is, you might not see it, but behind the scene it will move all this topic into the compiler all topic I have in it. To go to the topic page, just press capital T. Sorry, to go to that page, just press it. This is the main interface of Gnus, right? It's not good looking or whatever you say, right? So just press T from here, it will take you to this topic page. This is a much more formatted stuff. Okay, now you can see the numbers. These numbers are means this many informations has come under this mailing, from this mailing list wherever you're subscribed to. So you can Gnus has a facility of expire thing, total expire and other expire too. So you can easily press capital E or E to expand. That means it will mark everything as you read. Okay, so that is in term in Gnus lingo, it say it is read out. Okay, so that's what you can do. Now if you get confused by whatever I'm showing to you and telling you, but it is not your fault. It is because it's rarely used software nowadays, and if you do not have the patience and inclination to see it or run it through, you will very quickly come into a conclusion this is not good enough. But believe me, it is very useful and very intuitive, very powerful. As I said it twice, it designed in a different era by different people with an absolute different mindset. Okay, nowadays we are blessed with that. This particular piece of software has been replaced with a better or more intuitive version inside Emacs also, which we are using day-to-day basis. Okay, to know more about this, if you are really inclined to, if you come this far and understand what I did and show, and you already checked out my .emacs file in GitHub to find out the specific configuration to get going with it, then you can metax, and if you write Gnus, see there are 1078 options for various stuff, and the keywords or shortcut keys are uh, showing beside the options, and lot of stuff don't have the shortcut keys. So you have to do meta x and to find out what you actually wanted to do, and you go through and do select those particular thing on a specific stuff. Having said that, it's a big heads up, it has a steep learning curve. There is no second thought about it. You need to spend time, and quite a lot of time, to get efficient on it. Okay, people who designed it and use it, they probably have different mindset and they came from a different background, not like you and me. I'm taking you into my account also, that we are ordinary mortal. We just bump onto something which we like and we started to explore. These people who develop all this stuff, they are not that kind of people. They write it, develop it with a different purpose in their mind that time. So they build up stuff from ground up. So you need to understand now. Now it might strike you there are so many constraints. Yes, these stuff were born out of constraint because the time it was designed and developed, there were so constraint regarding using computer. Okay, so as especially if that time Emacs was not so even at whatever you are seeing nowadays Emacs is, it was not like that certainly. So Emacs also evolved like other software too. So when this software has come into fore, it comes with that. It still represents that era, I believe. If you spend time and look through it, which is what I did quite some time just before give you this demonstration to you. So it gives you a vibes, a real retro vibe of how it used to be and how people use it. So there are several options to get along or move along with this stuff. It is very powerful, make no mistake. And this is the way people who used to use Emacs in that era used to get connected to the Usenet group, to get connected to other mailing list, if that was called mailing list. That time it is called Usenet list in that era. So they used to get connected to this, get information, exchange information, do all this stuff with this. Okay, so this is a very interesting piece of software. If you have time and inclination and wanted to discover more about this, please focus. It comes along with Emacs, so you don't have to install separately, but it has got so many options to choose from, so many things to do. I have just touched the tip of the iceberg. Okay, so there are some, the basic thing I shown to you how you can subscribe to a particular server, and is a simple keystroke. Okay, and how you can build a topic so it looks like, look at the top of this, it looks like more formatted and more condensed and more elaborative. And there is a simple keystroke to expand it and collapse it, and it has got a mail it built, it has a mail client too. You can send and receive mail too, as I shown to you. Just simply press M anywhere, it will pop up a mail buffer, so you can write mail to anything. Or or if you want to post it to a news in any of the mailing list or news channel, just press A. It will bring up an interface to write a newsletter to a specific news group or mailing list. Okay, so this is people who are little old like me might be interested, but younger generation, I don't think they'll get catch up with all this stuff, because they don't have to, because they are having other option too, which is much more fitting to the modern time, modern generation. So there is no harm if you overlook this altogether. There will be no harm, because you probably using beta version of this in some other name, some other inside Emacs. So this is I'm demonstrating. If you are inclined to, if you have a time and wanted to get a retro vibe, you should go through it and and use it. It is damn powerful. It is still good, but it has got a very limited usability for modern day people, I believe, and they might not take the hassle to go through it. Plus it certainly doesn't have a eye pleasing interface. It's a different kind of interface. Your eyes need to be very stable enough to look through it. So it's certainly not an eye pleasing, but it is very powerful and useful and very minimalistic too. So I hope Um, this will give you some sort of interesting inclination. Those who are feeling interested, they can look into it and see what they can do. This is Gnus inside Emacs, a 60,000 foot overview. It is basically a newsreader and mail client from the yesteryears. I hope this will be useful for some people. Thanks for watching.